I know that a lot of people watching this run small businesses and are familiar with the stresses of trying to balance making an income from that with your family commitments and all of that sort of thing. We've talked about this before. My cousin's husband, Paul, he's a blacksmith over in the West Country, and his business is the only source of income. And we from time to time talk about the stresses of that. He's had staff and then reduced staff and all the same sort of journey that I've gone on. Well, he recently collapsed with heart problems. It turned out that he had an unidentified heart problem and his aorta had torn and was hanging by a thread. And to cut a long story short, he's very lucky to be alive and has had major heart surgery, including the replacement of a valve for a titanium valve. So they're heading into Christmas and he can't work, will be under stresses of all sorts. And I'm told that recovering from this sort of operation, major heart surgery, is like recovering from a car crash. Actually, he's doing amazingly well because he's a very positive-minded, well-built sort of a guy. But he cannot be working for quite some time. And he and Becky have 2 small boys. And you can understand the stresses that they're under going into Christmas. When you have a business, you have overheads. So even by doing nothing, it's costing you and money's flowing out. So this isn't the sort of video that I intend to make very often or probably ever again. But when I had a time of need and I couldn't work, my son was in intensive care, somebody did this for me and organised a funding page and managed to gather people to give something. So I've set up, my wife set up actually a GoFundMe page for Paul, and I'll put the link below. If you can relate to the stress that this family will be under from something you've gone through, or just putting yourself in their shoes, that if you found yourself unable to earn, and if this moves you in any way, then please do give. Or if you've been thinking of buying me a coffee through my crowdfunding but not got around to that yet, please give to Paul's GoFundMe page instead. If you don't want to do anything, then there's no guilt or anything involved. I know there's all sorts of demands on all of our giving, and we can't give to everything. But I just wanted to reach out to you guys because I know there's a certain element of trust here, and this is a genuine need. And I would really love for us as a little community to be able to help, bless, provide for Paul, Becky and the 2 boys in a genuine time of need. So I'm not going to go on, I think, much longer than this. Feel free to ask any more in the comments. And if you can, please do head over to that funding page and give whatever you can, amount, big or small, just to help them get through Christmas, but also be encouraged that there are people out there that will help out. Okay, thank you.